Yo, what's up, guys? It's Awesome Sports 13 here, and today I'm on a call with Monster Jam, Dallas, Curry Gaming, and Team Bows.
Hey,
You're
guys.
watching Sign-Up Series on the Monster Blog of Simulators.
And I am here with the final event of the points competition, Season 1, Event number 10. So, if you guys did not see the last video, the point standings were updated as there were 6 trucks in contention to win the whole thing. And if I recall, the 6 trucks were Golden Retriever, Excalibur, Time Flies, Crustacean, and which ones were the other? Oh yeah, if I can find him. Where is he? I don't know where he is. Oh, there he is. Iron Outlaw and the other guy. Who is he? Who is in contention? Oh my god. Who was it? Oh yeah. It was also the Burn Victim Zombie. So those are the 6 trucks that are in contention for the win here. As you guys can see, we'll kick things off with round 1 with the Red Jester and Bad Company, orange. And yeah, we got some good races here. Should be a fun event here. So we go down here, we'll go down here, and then that way. And then this way. Then we'll end off round 1 with the Stunt Truck and the Global Avenger. So let's go ahead and kick things off with Jester and the Orange Bad Company. And here we go. The final event is underway. That was a very, very bad release of the ramp. But as you guys can tell, Jester will take the win over the Orange Bad Company. Next up, we have Dragon taking on Octonator. And it will be Octonator taking the win over Dragon. Next up, we have the Battle of the Gravediggers. The Red Primer Digger and the Green Ghost Gravedigger. And it will be, what a race. I think that is Red Primer. And it is taking the win over the Green Ghost Gravedigger. Next up, we have Wildflower taking on the Joker. And it will be Wildflower taking the win over the Joker. And the Joker never made it past round 1 in the points competition. How sad. Next up, we have Racing Stripes taking on Ranger Rescue. And it's going to be, what a race. I think that is Ranger Rescue. And it is taking the win over Racing Stripes. Next up, we have the Purple Jurassic Attack taking on El Toro Loco. And it's going to be the Purple Jurassic Attack, the event 6 runner-up, I think. Next up, we have Storm Damage taking on the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior. And it's going to be Mohawk Warrior. Next up, we have Horsepower taking on Wolf's Head. And it's going to be, what a race. I think that is Horsepower, and it is taking the win over Wolf's Head. Next up, we have Shaker taking on Crustacean. This is our first big race of the series. If Crustacean loses here, he's out. But if he wins, his chances of winning are staying alive. And he will beat Shaker. Next up, we have Soldier Fortune Black Ops taking on the Purple Legend. And it's going to be, what a race, but the Purple Legend will beat Soldier Fortune Black Ops. Next up, we have the points leader, Monster Mutt Golden Retriever, taking on Jurassic Attack. Is Golden Retriever going to win and possibly have a chance at winning the whole thing? And he will not, as he's out round 1 to Jurassic Attack. Next up, we have the Burn Victim Zombie taking on Batman. And it's going to be, what a race. That is really close. And as you guys can tell, looking at the top of your screen, the Burn Victim Zombie will stay alive in the point standings, taking the win over Batman. Next up, we have Bounty Hunter taking on Alien Invasion. And it's going to be Alien Invasion getting the win with a block. Next up, we have another major race. Zombie against Time Flies. Can Time Flies keep his points, keep his hopes alive? And this is close, and he will, getting the win over Zombie. Next up, we have Max D taking on Excalibur. Excalibur's another major one, and he's out. As Max D takes the win over Excalibur. So sorry to Excalibur, but better luck next time in the sign-up series. Next up, we have Stinger taking on Maximum Destruction. And it's going to be Maximum Destruction taking the win over Stinger. Next up, we have Blue Thunder taking on Monster Mutt Rottweiler. It's going to be Monster Mutt Rottweiler taking the win over Blue Thunder. Next up, we have Backwards Bob taking on Axe. Backwards Bob has a huge lead, and he'll retain the lead, taking the win over Axe. Next up, we have the 25th Anniversary Avenger taking on the Lucas Stabilizer. And it will be the 25th Anniversary Avenger taking the win over the Lucas Stabilizer. Next up, we have the Event 3 champion, Captain's Curse, taking on Kraken. And it's going to be, what a race, but it will be Captain's Curse, the Event 3 champion, taking the win over Kraken. Next up, we have Lumberjack taking on Bulldozer. And it's going to be Lumberjack taking the win over Bulldozer. Next up, we have another big race. We have Velociraptor taking on Iron Outlaw. And Iron Outlaw is out as he loses to Velociraptor. Next up, we have the Darkest Neo Dragonoid taking on Bad Company. And it's going to be Bad Company. Next up, we have the Mercury Monster Mutt taking on Megalodon. And it's going to be the Mercury Monster Mutt. What a race, taking the win over Megalodon. Next up, we have Whiplash taking on Crush Cycle. Crush Cycle has a huge lead, and he'll keep it with a long shot, taking the win over Whiplash. Next up, we have Double Decker taking on Monster Mutt Dalmatian. And it's going to be Double Decker with a block over Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, we have Rage taking on Salvager. And it's going to be Salvager. Next up, we have the Black Toro Loco taking on Nightmare. And it's going to be, what a race, but the Black Toro Loco will win with a comeback over Nightmare. Next up, we have Superman taking on Stone Crusher. And Stone Crusher will win with a comeback. Next up, we have the Split Paint Job Avenger taking on Gravedigger the Legend. And it'll be the Split Paint Job Avenger. Next up, we have Recreation taking on Higher Education. And it's going to be, what a race. This is close. Let's go down. Oh my goodness. But as you guys can tell, going down, looking at the top of your screen, Recreation will beat Higher Education. Next up, we have Big Kahuna taking on Monster Mutt. And Big Kahuna will beat Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Bad Habit taking on Boogie Van. And Bad Habit will beat Boogie Van. Next up, we have Full Charge taking on the World Finals 20 Avenger. And it's going to be, what a race. This is close. As you guys can tell, going down from the screen, top of your screen, the 20th, or the World Finals 20 Avenger will take the win over Full Charge. Next up, we have the Yellow Zombie taking on Monster Mutt Poodle. Yellow Zombie with a big lead, and he loses it. What a comeback from Poodle. Next up, we have the Silver Wolf's Head taking on Gravedigger. And it's going to be, what a race. The Gravedigger came back as he gets the win over the Silver Wolf's Head. Next up, we have the Biker Zombie taking on Scooby-Doo. And Scooby-Doo, I think, yes, he will. He will beat the Biker Zombie. Next up, we have Earthshaker taking on Monster Mutt Husky. And Monster Mutt Husky will beat Earthshaker. Next up, we have Bakugan Dragonoid taking on Sparkle Smash. And it's going to be Bakugan Dragonoid. And the final race of round 1 will feature the Stunt Truck and the Global Avenger. And it will be the Global Avenger. Alright, you guys, and the 40 trucks that you currently see on the screen will get a total of 1 point for this event. Alright, you guys, and here's our matchups for round number 2.
What's up?
And we'll kick things off with Jester and Octonator. Go down here for round number 2.
So you mentioned to me.
And we'll end off round number 2 with Bakugan Dragonoid and the Global Avengers. So let's get round number 2 underway. And round number 2 is underway. The first winner will be Octonator, taking the win over Jester. Next up, we have the Red Primer Gravedigger, taking on Wildflower. And it will be, what a race, it will be Wildflower, taking the win over the Red Primer. Next up, we have Ranger Rescue, taking on the Purple Jurassic Attack. And it will be the Purple Jurassic Attack. Next up, we have the Great Clips Mohawk Warrior, taking on Horsepower. And it will be Horsepower, what a win. Next up, we have Crustacean, taking on the Purple Legend. Can Crustacean keep his hopes alive? No, he will not, as he will lose to the Purple Gravedigger the Legend. Next up, we have Jurassic Attack, taking on the Burn Victim Zombie. Can the Burn Victim Zombie keep his hopes alive? Yes, he will, as he will beat Jurassic Attack. Next up, we have Alien Invasion, taking on Time Flies. Can Time Flies keep his hopes alive? Yes, he will, as he will beat Alien Invasion. Next up, we have Max D, taking on Maximum Destruction. And what a race. Sorry, bad camera work, but as you guys can tell, going down from the aerial view at the top of your screen, Max D will beat Maximum Destruction. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Rottweiler, taking on Backwards Bob. And Backwards Bob will beat Rottweiler. Next up, we have the 25th Anniversary Avenger, taking on Captain's Curse, the Event 3 champion. What a race, and it will be, going down from the aerial view, the 25th Anniversary Avenger will take the win over Captain's Curse. Next up, we have Lumberjack taking on Velociraptor. And Lumberjack will block Velociraptor for the win. Next up, we have Bad Company taking on the Mercury Monster Mutt. What a race. I think that is Bad Company. And going down from the aerial view, it is taking the win over the Mercury Monster Mutt. Next up, we have Double Decker taking on Crush Cycle. What a race. I think that is Double Decker, and it is taking the win over Crush Cycle. Alright, you guys, and I apologize if the camera work is bad. I'm filming from the right side, and I usually film from the left side, so I am not really used to it. But, yeah, and I'm filming with my left arm, so that could be also why the camera's bad. But anyways, next up we have Salvager taking on the Black El Toro Loco. And the Black El Toro Loco will beat Salvager. Next up we have Stone Crusher taking on the Split Paint Job Avenger. And what a race, but it will be the Split Paint Job Avenger taking the win over Stone Crusher. Next up we have Recreation taking on Big Kahuna. And it will be Big Kahuna with a comeback win over Recreation. Next up we have Bad Habit taking on the World Finals 20 Avenger. And the World Finals 20 Avenger will beat Bad Habit. Next up, we have Monster Mutt Poodle taking on Gravedigger. And that is really close. Let's go down from the aerial view. And as you guys can tell, I think, yeah, going down from the aerial view, Gravedigger will beat Monster Mutt Poodle. Next up, we have Scooby-Doo taking on Monster Mutt Husky. And Monster Mutt Husky will beat Scooby-Doo. And the final race of round number 2 will feature Bakugan Dragonoid and the Global Avenger. And the Bakugan Dragonoid will beat the Global Avenger. Alright, you guys, and the 20 trucks that you currently see on the screen will get a total of 3 points for this event. Alright, you guys, here's our matchups for round number 3. We'll kick things off with Octonator and Wildflower as we go down here. And we'll end off round number 3 with Monster Mutt Husky and Bakugan Dragonoid. So let's go ahead and get round number 3 underway. And round number 3 is underway. And the first winner will be Octonator, taking the win over Wildflower as they win all the way over there. Next up, we have the Purple Jurassic Attack, taking on Horsepower. And Horsepower will beat the Purple Jurassic Attack. Next up, we have the Purple Legend, taking on the Burn Victim Zombie. Can the Burn Victim Zombie keep his hopes alive? No, he will not, as he hits the laptop either way. I think the Purple Legend would have hit the line first, so I'm going to give the win to the Purple Legend. Next up, we have Time Flies taking on Max D. Can Time Flies keep his hopes alive? No, he will not, as he swerves to the left, and Max D will beat Time Flies, and I think that could be it right there. Next up, we have Backwards Bob taking on the 25th Anniversary Avenger.
Oh dear.
And it will be the 25th Anniversary Avenger. That is probably race of the series and probably comeback of the series. I thought Backwards Bob had him beat, but the 25th Anniversary Avenger says no. Next up, we have Lumberjack taking on Bad Company. And it will be Lumberjack getting the win over Bad Company. Next up, we have Double Decker taking on the Black El Toro Loco. And Double Decker will hit the line first, and he'll take the win. Next up, we have the Split Paint Job Avenger taking on Big Kahuna. And what a race. I think that is the Split Paint Job Avenger, and it is, taking the win over Big Kahuna. What a comeback. Next up, we have the World Finals 20 Avenger taking on Gravedigger. And it will be the World Finals 20 Avenger. And the final race of round 3 will feature Monster Mud Husky and Bakugan Dragonoid. And it will be Dragonoid beating Monster Mud Husky. Alright, you guys, and the 10 trucks that you currently see on the screen will get a total of 5 points for this event. Alright, you guys, and here's our matchups for round number 4, the half ramp round. We'll kick things off with Octanator and Horsepower, and we'll end off round number 5 or 4 with World Finals 20 Avenger and Bakugan Dragonoid. So, who is going to the quarterfinals? And who is going to the quarterfinals? And Octanator is going to the quarterfinals. Next up, we have the Purple Legend taking on Max D. And it will be Max D. Next up, we have the 25th Anniversary Avenger taking on Lumberjack. And it will be Lumberjack. Next up, we have Double Decker taking on the Split Paint Job Avenger. And it will be Double Decker. And the final race of the round before the quarterfinals will feature the World Finals 20 Avenger and Bakugan Dragonoid. And it will be the World Finals 20 Avenger with an upset. Alright, you guys, so here's our matchups for the quarterfinals, but we needed 2 fast losers, and I picked out the 2 trucks that had the best run, and here they are, Horsepower and the 25th Anniversary Avenger. Who is coming back as the fast loser? And what a race, but it will be Horsepower taking the win over the 25th Anniversary Avenger. Alright, you guys, and the 4 trucks that you currently see on the screen, the Purple Legend, the Split Paint Job Avenger, Bakugan Dragonoid, and the 25th Anniversary Avenger will get a total of 7 points for this event. Alright, you guys, and here's our quarterfinals, and we'll need a fast loser to come back. 6 will go down to 3. So, the 2 trucks with the best run will have a chance to fast loser. Whoever wins comes back to the semifinals. Here is the ramp that we're going to be using for this round. And here we go. Octanator, Max D, Lumberjack, Double Decker, World Finals 20 Avenger, and Horsepower. So who is going to the semifinals? And who is going to the semifinals of event number 10? And it's going to be Max D with a comeback win. Next up, we have Lumberjack taking on Double Decker. And it will be Double Decker. And the final race of the quarterfinals will feature the World Finals 20 Avenger taking on Horsepower. And it will be the World Finals 20 Avenger. Alright, you guys, and here is our semifinals, but we need a truck to come back as the fast loser. And here they are. Lumberjack or Octanator. Who is coming back as the fast loser? It's gonna be Lumberjack. Alright, you guys, so Horsepower and Octanator will get a total of 9 points for this event. Alright, you guys, and here is our semifinals for event number 10, the final event. Inside of Max D, we have Sam Madsen. Inside of Double Decker, we have Youngblood Hobby. Inside of the World Finals 20 Avenger, we have Spin Master Monster Jam. And inside of Lumberjack, we have 5155 Creations. So, who is going to the championship race? And who is going to the championship race? Sam Madsen or Youngblood Hobby? It's going to be Sam Madsen and Max D. So sorry to Youngblood Hobby and Double Decker. You did so well. You went from last place, tied for last place, I think in event number 6, and then you jumped all the way up to, I think, between the 50 to 40 range, between event 6 and now. So you were on a tear on the last half of the events, but so sorry to you, man. I guess the points competition just isn't your thing. And congratulations to Max D, as you are now going to the championship race of the final event. And who will meet Max D in the championship race? The World Finals 20 Avenger Spin Master Monster Jam or Lumberjack 5155 Creations. It's going to be close, but it's going to be 5155 Creations and Lumberjack. So sorry to Spin Master Monster Jam and the World Finals 20 Avenger. The World Finals 20 Avenger has never made it this far on my channel at all in sign-up series or the points competition. So you did really well with this truck. So sorry to you, man. Once again, I just don't think anyone's been doing well in the points competition except for the fast trucks. So congratulations to Lumberjack. You are going to the championship race, and you will meet Max D in the championship race. So Double Decker and the World Finals 20 Avenger will get a total of 11 points for this event. And then there were two. Inside of Max D, we have Sam Madsen, and this Max D just recently debuted, I think, in Series 40. It's looking for its first win on my channel here. And inside of Lumberjack, we have 5155 Creations, the OG creator of the sign-up series. Shout out to him for making it, just random. But he's looking for a win in Lumberjack, and this is event number 10. So this is the final race right here. And then after this, I'm not going to be showing you guys the point standings because I'm actually going to be doing an awards ceremony video. So that's pretty much just going to be showing me, or me showing, like, for example, most improved from halfway on, you know what I mean? Most improved truck in the points competition. So the winner of event number 10, the final event, is going to be none other than... It's going to be Sam Madsen in Max D. Congratulations to you. You have just gave Max D his first win on my channel, and it isn't even a sign-up series. It's a points competition event, so congratulations to you. Kind of pointless, honestly. Like, no offense, but inside of... And so sorry to 5155 Creations and Lumberjack. You did so well. You made it all the way here with Lumberjack. I do apologize to you, but better luck next time in Series 42. So sorry to you. You will get a total of 13 points for this event, though, Lumberjack. And Max D will have a total of 15 points to his total. And that's pretty much the points competition. I mean, that was the last event. So the next video that is going to be uploaded is likely going to be an unboxing video of 8 Hot Wheels monster trucks that I got. And then it's going to be the award ceremony. So congratulations to you for winning event number 10, and I'll see you guys in the next one.